I mean, just think about it for a second. A custom patch for your denim jacket, a tote bag with your own art on it, or a gift for someone that is truly one of a kind. That power, the ability to take something from your screen and make it real, make it wearable, that's exactly what we're talking about today.
Okay, so let's get into it. The magic word for this whole process is digitizing. Now, that might sound technical, but all it really means is converting an image into a language that an embroidery machine can understand and follow. And what used to be a really expensive, professional-only skill, yeah, that's now something anyone can do.
And yep, you heard that right. This is all about putting the power in your hands. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned crafter or just a little bit curious, you can start creating these incredibly detailed, personalized embroidery patterns right now. So let's break down how it actually works.
First things first, before you even think about opening any software, your entire project's success really boils down to this one thing: choosing the right image to start with. Seriously, not all pictures are going to play nice with an embroidery machine.
So let's break this down because it's super important. On the left, you got your winners, clear lines, solid blocks of color. Why? Well, think about it. An embroidery needle draws with thread. It needs a clear path. On the right, you see the troublemakers. Things like color gradients, shadows, and tons of tiny little details. An embroidery machine can't fade a color. It just lays down one thread at a time. So keeping it simple and bold is always the way to go.
Okay, so here's your cheat sheet. Vector images, like an AI or SVG file, those are the absolute gold standard because you can resize them without losing any quality. If you're using a regular image like a JPG or PNG, just make sure it's high resolution so it's not all fuzzy. Fewer colors? That just means fewer times you have to stop and change the thread, which makes life a lot easier. And definitely remove the background. You want the machine to stitch your design, not the big white box it's sitting in. All right, so you've got the perfect image all prepped and ready to go. Now we get to the fun part, the actual digitizing. This is where we turn that picture into a set of instructions for the machine.
This translator analogy is honestly the best way to understand it. Your computer sees a picture made of pixels, right? The embroidery machine has no idea what that is. The digitizing software is the go-between. It looks at the map of pixels and creates a step-by-step guide for the machine, telling it exactly where to put the needle, what color to use, and what kind of stitch to make for every single part of the design.
And this workflow is pretty much universal. It's a really logical process. First, you bring in your image and decide how big you want the final embroidery to be. That part's crucial. Then, you get to be creative, picking out your thread colors and deciding on the types of stitches. Now, step 3 is a bit of a pro tip. The direction of the stitches actually changes how light reflects off the thread, giving your design some amazing texture and depth. And finally, you save it all out in a language your machine can understand.
Now, a quick word on stitch density. This is so key for quality. A fill stitch, as you can see, is high density. It's like coloring something in completely for that full, solid look. On the other end of the spectrum, you have a running stitch, which is super low density. You'd use that for an outline or for delicate, wispy details. Getting this right is what makes a design look polished and professional, and it stops your fabric from becoming too stiff or, even worse, flimsy.
So that last step we mentioned, exporting the file, that brings us to maybe one of the most important things you need to know. This is a hurdle where a lot of beginners get tripped up, so let's make this crystal clear.
Right, here's the main takeaway. An embroidery file is not a picture. You can't just double-click it and see your design like you would with a JPG. Think of it more like a recipe or a script. It's a set of commands that tells the machine precisely how to build your design one stitch at a time.
And the best way to think about this is like languages. The formats on the left, JPG, PNG, those are languages for computer screens and printers. The formats on the right, PAS, DST, JEF, those are languages for specific brands of embroidery machines. A Brother machine usually speaks PES, a Janome machine speaks JEF, and so on. You have to export the file in the specific language that your machine understands.
Okay, so we've covered the what, the why, and the how. Now let's get to the really good stuff. The actual tools you can download and start using today to get your first project off the ground, all for free. So here are some of the most popular free options out there. Wilcom TrueSizer is a great little web-based tool, perfect for simple things like resizing a design or converting it to a different file type. Now, if you want more control, Ink/Stitch is an amazing plugin for a free design program called Inkscape. It's fantastic for really getting hands-on. For a beginner, though, I'd probably recommend starting with something like SewArt. It has a super friendly wizard that basically holds your hand through the whole process.
Embroidery and my editor are also solid choices that have been around for a while.
And you know, that quote really just nails it, doesn't it? Once you understand the process, it's not intimidating at all. It's just an incredibly powerful new tool for you to be creative with. It's all about taking an idea in your head and turning it into something real, something you can actually touch and wear and share with people.
So really, the only question left is, what are you going to make first? Is it going to be a cool character, a band logo, maybe your own personal monogram? The tech is here, it's free, it's at your fingertips, and honestly, the possibilities are endless. So get out there, get creating, and happy stitching.